Hi guys, this is Ma'am Yan. Today, let's do a ratio of your requested topic, hematology nursing. So, let's go. Number one, a 32-year-old client, Diluk, with a history of sickle cell anemia is admitted to the hospital during a sickle cell crisis. The physician orders all of these interventions. Which order will you implement first? A. Give morphine sulfate 4 to 8 milligrams IV every hour as needed. Or B. Start a large gauge IV line and infuse normal saline at 200 ml per hour. Or C. Immunize with pneumovax and Haemophilus influenzae vaccines and or Delta. Your administer oxygen at an FiO2 of 100% per non-rebreather mask. Alin dito ang pinaka-first na gagawin mo, guys? Walang mintis. Alam mo na to. Basta ako ang nagrarasyo. Guys, ang technique natin, airway breathing circulation. Alin dyan ang airway management? Di walang iba, kundi Delta. Administer an oxygen at an FiO2 of 100% per normal rebreather mask because that's an airway management. The rest, you can implement them but not the first. Kasi nga sabi, these are all the interventions ordered by the physician. For what? Sickle cell disease, correct? Yes. Guys, di ba? The sickle cell disease is when you have a healthy-looking RBC na dapat perfect ang shape, concave, correct? Yes. But because of things that can happen to a patient, ang pinaka-common dito, guys, is your ICs. Because an ICs can bring a crisis plus dehydration. Klaro ba? Yes, these are the things that can cause the sickling crisis in a patient. That's the one that can turn a perfectly healthy RBC, yung sexy mo na RBC, na concave na RBC, into a sickle shape RBC. Crescent moon, sickle shape. Kaya nga ang tawag sa kanya, sickle cell disease, di ba? Yes, again, an ISIS brings a crisis plus dehydration. Okay? Guys, alam mo na to. Pag student kita, alam mo anong ISIS ko. I, that's your infection. Ano pa? S, that's your surgery. I, that's your injury. And S, that's your stress plus dehydration. Yun yung nagkukos ng sickle cell crisis. Okay? Guys, all of these ICs mo, they increase the demand for oxygenation of the cells. And ano ba ang problem dito? Red blood cells ba? Yes, are those the blood cells responsible for the oxygenation of the tissues of the body? Yes, precisely, because it contains the heme of the iron that carries oxygen with it. Correct? Yes. Kaya nga tawag sa kanya, guys, sickle cell anemia because it's the one that can cause an anemia, a blood problem because your RBC dapat perfect looking, nagiging sickling cell, okay? Or nagiging crescent shape kasi nga, nagkaroon ka ng ISIS plus dehydration. An ISIS can bring a crisis. So guys, if the problem is about the increase in demand of O2 plus dehydration, that's the management as well. You reverse that, you reverse the sickle cell crisis. You give oxygenation and then you hydrate the patient. You avoid infection, injury, surgery, and stress, you can prevent a sickling crisis. Malinaw ba? Yes, that's why the best answer is Delta because you are asked for the first thing you have to do in a sickle cell crisis based on the orders given. Correct? Yes. And then guys, anong next mong gagawin? Siyempre, ang next is Charlie mo, circulation. That's your Bravo. Yan ang next mong gagawin. And then, you give your pain meds as needed if the patient is complaining of pain. So far dito sa situation, wala namang sinasabing pain scale or may pain ang pasyente. Ang sabi dyan, as needed. Correct? Yes. So in terms of pain, dapat ibigay siya. And then, why do we need to give a pneumovax or a Haemophilus influenzae vaccine? Simple. Di ba sabi ko, the cause of the sickling crisis is the ISIS because an ISIS can bring a crisis. Di ba? May infection ba dyan? Yes. To make you less prone to an infection, you vaccinate the child. You vaccinate the person with sickle cell disease, correct? Yes, that's to prevent further sickling crisis in the future. Okay, Clara ba? Yes, that's your number one. Number two, sige. A 67-year-old client, Zhongli, who is receiving chemotherapy for lung cancer is admitted with thrombocytopenia. While you are taking the admission history, Zhongli makes these statements. Which statement is of most concern? Guys, is it A, I've noticed that I bruise more easily since the chemotherapy started? Or B, my bowel movements are soft and dark brown in color? Or C, I take one aspirin every morning because of my history of angina? Or D, my appetite has decreased since the chemotherapy started? Guys, alin dyan ang most concerned sa'yo as a nurse? Oh, dapat your answer here should be what? Charlie, I take one aspirin every morning because of my history of angina. When you say the patient already has thrombocytopenia, when you say thrombo, guys, or thrombo, that word means your platelet. Okay? Cyto is the cell. Platelet cell, pinya, ibig sabihin nag-reduce. So guys, platelet cell, thrombocytopenia. Ayan, the cyto means cell, pinya means the decrease in the number of the platelet cells. So, is that making the patient high risk for bleeding? Yes, very good. So, pag high risk siya sa bleeding, tapos umiinom pa siya ng aspirin, an anti-platelet medication, di ba? This one is an anti-platelet meds. O mas tumataas ang risk niya ng bleeding, correct? Yes, exactly the reason why that's the one that is of most concern to you as a nurse. Kasi pag nag-a-aspirin pa rin siya, tendency is that mas magbi-bleed ang pasyente mo when it comes to injuries, when it comes to cuts. So, ayaw mong mangyari yan as a nurse. Why are the other choices not the correct answer? Because guys, remember, ang sabi sa question, your patient is what? Receiving chemotherapy for what? Cancer. Lung cancer. So pag sinabi mo, if a patient is on chemotherapy and says that they bruise more easily since the chemotherapy started, that one is an expected outcome. Why is that? Guys, chemotherapy, the effects of your chemotherapy is that it can decrease your blood cells. So that includes your what? RBC, that includes your white blood cell, that includes your platelet. So, pinapababa niya yan. The decrease in the platelet, that's the one that can cause your what? You are easily bruised. Mabilis mag-bleed on your skin surfaces because kumukonti yung platelet mo. That's the reaction of the cells to your chemotherapy. Because chemotherapy will not only kill the cancerous cells, the ugly cells, it will also destroy your normal healthy cells. Correct? It's a double-edged sword. That's why we use this with caution to patients with blood dyscrasias. Ayan, ano pa? Ang bravo, it's not a problem kasi soft and dark brown in color, that's not a problem. But if it says that the stool is black, tarry, melena, or there's fresh blood in the stool, that's the one that can indicate a bleeding problem. Especially so when the patient says, meron na nga thrombocytopenia ang pasyente mo. Klaro? Yes. And then ang appetite niya nag-decrease since chemotherapy started. Yes, that's also a normal reaction to chemotherapy. It will decrease your what? Appetite, no? Because you are more prone to what? Nausea and vomiting. That's why, di ba, pag nagki-chemotherapy ang pasyente, we never forget to give the drug ondansetron. Ayan. That's the drug that can prevent the nausea and the vomiting of the pasyente. Correct? Yes. Okay. So that's the best answer, Charlie. Next, number 3. As a home health nurse, you are taking an admission history of Kazuha, who has a deep vein thrombosis and is taking what? Warfarin, 2 milligrams daily, which assessment by Kazuha is the best indicator that additional teaching about warfarin may be needed. So, hinahanap natin wrong answer kasi additional teaching is needed. That's your cue over there. Alpha, I have started to eat more healthy foods like green salads and fruit. Or the Bravo, the doctor said that it is important to avoid becoming constipated. Or Charlie, Comadin makes me feel a little nauseated unless I take it with food. Or Delta, I need to have some blood testing done once or twice a week. So guys, anong best answer dito? Dapat ang sinagot mo dito is no other than alpha. Malinaw? Yes, that's the one that's a wrong teaching here. Yan yung mali na verbalize ni Kazuha. Why? If you're taking warfarin, guys, warfarin, that's an anti-vitamin K. It's an anti-vitamin K. That's why you can give that for an anticoagulant effect, di ba? Kasi vitamin K is the vitamin responsible for K, clotting, di ba? Vitamin K is for clotting. So when you antagonize vitamin K, like what warfarin is doing, that's the one that can prevent the coagulation of blood para ikaw na may deep vein thrombosis is hindi mag-produce ng mga thrombus, ng mga clot. Klaro? Yes, you want to dissolve the clot in a deep vein thrombosis. Precisely the reason why you're giving warfarin to the patient. So guys, pag naka-anti-vitamin K ka, pag naka-warfarin ka, pag ikaw nagtitake ng green salads and fruits, remember, green leafy vegetables along with your fruits, they are the greatest source of what? Vitamin K, okay? So, para bang binibigyan mo siya ng antidote to an anti-vitamin K in a food source, di ba? Yes, so hindi mo dapat gawin yan. That's the one that's wrong here. Kasi you are trying to antagonize vitamin K. Pero if you are eating foods that's rich in vitamin K, it's like you're giving your warfarin an antidote. So, counterintuitive siya. The doctor said that it's important to avoid constipation. Correct. Because once you are on warfarin, you are higher risk of bleeding. So, when you bear down, straining can cause trauma. So, bawal mag-strain because that can induce trauma on the tissues, pwedeng mag-bleed ang stools mo. Correct? Yes. And then, coma din makes me feel nauseous. That's why you eat it with food. Precisely. As long as the food you're eating is not rich in vitamin K, as long as it's not green leafy vegetables and fruits. Klaro ba? Yes. And then, I will need to have some blood testing done once or twice a week. Correct. That's to know if therapeutic levels pa rin ang iyong comadine or your warfarin, guys. Precisely, you're taking what? Your PT, prothrombin time, pwede din yung INR mo. International Normalized Ratio. Yan yung mga ginagamit natin na ranges to know warfarin is still on the level na therapeutic, not the level na can cause severe bleeding to you. Di ba? Kasi anticoagulant yan. Malinaw ba? Yes. Next, number 4. A transfusion of packed red blood cells has been infusing for 5 minutes when Eula becomes flushed and tachypnic and says, I am having chills. Please get me a blanket. Which action would you take first? Guys, A. Obtain a warm blanket for the client. B. Check the client's oral temperature. Or C. Stop the transfusion. Or D. Administer oxygen. Ito na. Guys, these are types of questions where A, B, C is not always the priority. So, bibigyan kita ng technique. The best answer here is no other than Charlie, stop the transfusion. Guys, basta mga bagay na binibigay mo sa pasyente mo, ini-infuse mo sa pasyente mo. For example, guys, packed red blood cells in a transfusion. For example, medications. For example, IV infusions of medication or IV fluids, ayan. If any of these causes a reaction to the patient that is untoward, we do not want. Like for example, this one, nagkaroon siya ng flushed skin, naging tachypnic siya. These are not expected outcomes of a blood transfusion. The immediate action you do is not to administer oxygen, but to stop the infusion. Stop giving the infusion of blood. If this is a medication, then hold the medication. If this is an IV infusion, then stop the drip. Correct? Yes, that's the first and priority thing you do. It's not always ABC. This is an example of that case. Clara ba? Yes. So don't answer administer oxygen. The best answer is to stop the source of the untoward event that is experienced by the client. So Charlie is the best answer. Can you obtain a warm blanket? Yes. After you have stopped the transfusion, the first thing you do is Charlie. Can you check the oral temperature if febrile ng pasyente? Exactly. But before that, you stop the transfusion first as the first and only action you need to do first. Klaro ba? Yes. Next, number 5. The nurse is preparing to teach Noel, who has microcytic hypochromic anemia, about the diet to follow after discharge. Which of the following foods should be included in the diet? Eggs, lettuce, citrus fruits, or cheese? Guys, pag sinabing microcytic from the word itself, microcytic. Micro means small. Cytic means cytic cyto, that means cell. So, small cell. And then hypochromic. Ayan. Hypo means low. Chromic means tinta. chrome, yung color, okay, low color. So, imbes na color red siya, color pink siya, okay, kasi anemia to of the red blood cell problem. Ayan. So, you have a small cell with pale color. What kind of anemia is that? Microcytic hypochromic, di ba? That's your iron deficiency anemia, IDA yan. That's your iron deficiency anemia. So, pag iron deficiency anemia yan, guys, edi you should increase iron in your diet. Which among the following is high in iron? Oh, if you answered letter A, you are correct. That would be your eggs. Your eggs, they are high in iron. Poultry, they are high in iron. Lettuce, that's the one high in folate or folic acid. Okay? Well, you say citrus fruits, yan, pwede mo i-combine with iron because that's rich in vitamin C. Remember, vitamin C, they enhance the absorption of iron. While cheese, that's a rich source of what? Calcium, correct? Because cheese is dairy products. So, guys, eto tandaan mo, calcium cannot be in combination with iron because calcium impairs iron absorption. Remember that. So, that's the best answer for number 5. Next, number 6. The nurse would instruct Ningguang to eat which of the following foods to obtain the best supply of vitamin B12. Guys, whole grains, green leafy vegetables, meats and dairy products, or your broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Oh, makinig ka. Vitamin B12, they are predominantly found in your meat products, exclusively in your meat products. That's why guys, ang pinaka-prone magkaroon ng vitamin B12 deficiency from diet are your vegetarians. Klaro ba? Yes, kasi sa veggies, less talaga. If not, wala talagang source ng vitamin B12 ang mga veggies. Sun-rich ang mga veggies, guys. Don't forget, that's your folates, your vitamin B9, folate, folic acid. Klaro? Yes. Whole grains mo naman, that's the one rich in iron. And your broccoli and Brussels sprouts. The same thing, your broccoli and your Brussels sprouts, they are also rich in what? Iron, as well as your folate, B9. Okay? Ayan. So next, let's go to your number 7. The nurse has just admitted Dado, a 35-year-old who has a serum B12 concentration of 800 pg per ml. Which of the following laboratory findings would cue the nurse to focus the client history on specific drug or alcohol abuse? Guys, is it the total bilirubin of 0.3 milligrams per deciliter? Or is it the serum creatinine 0.5 milligrams per deciliter? Or hemoglobin na 16 grams per deciliter? Or a folate na 1.5 nanogram per milliliter per ml? Okay? Anong correct answer dyan? If you're asked for a drug or alcohol abuse. And the best answer for number 7 is no other than delta, guys. Folate. Si folate ang nawawala kapag ikaw alcoholic ka. Correct? Yes. Guys, folate, kapag alcoholic ka, tapos buntis ka, that's the one that can cause, di ba? The most predominant cause kapag mababa ang B9 mo or folic acid mo sa katawan, you get your what? Diba? Remember, that's the one that causes your neural tube defects. Ayan. So, alcohol abuse is the one that leads to a folate deficiency. Total bilirubin is not about your folate. And serum creatinine is particularly normal. And hemoglobin, guys, normal naman. 14 to 16 naman yan. Grams per deciliter, depending on your gender, di ba? Yeah, so it's folate that gets depleted when you have alcohol abuse. Okay? Next, number 8. Ketching had a mastectomy followed by chemotherapy 6 months ago. She reports that she is now unable to concentrate at her card game, and it seems harder and harder to finish her errands because of exhaustion. Based on this information, the nurse should suggest that she do which of the following. Guys, take frequent naps, limit activities, increase fluid intake, or avoid contact with others. Anong gagawin ni Ketching? Oh, look here, the only correct answer is what? Alpha. You take frequent naps if you feel more tired. Kasi guys, dito, kapag nagki-chemotherapy ka, ano bang effect niyan? Will it decrease the RBC? Yes. Will it decrease the white blood cell? Yes. Will it decrease the platelet? Yes, so based on the signs and symptoms of catching, na mabilis siyang mapagod, na mabilis siyang ma-exhaust, o ano yan, edi bumaba ang RBC mo. Kasi si RBC ang nagdadala ng O2 sa katawan mo. Pag bumaba ang O2 sa katawan mo, yan yung nagli-lead to ano, exhaustion, correct? Yan yung nakakapagod. Yan yung nagpapapagod sa'yo. Edi, anong gagawin mo? Reduce the demand for oxygen. The best thing to do is to what? Take frequent naps. Resting. Tama? Yes. So the rest of the choices are not the correct answer. The only correct answer is alpha. Claro? Yes. Next, number 9. Shao is to have a transfusion of packed red blood cells from a designated donor. Shao asks if any diseases can be transmitted by this donor. The nurse should inform Shao that which of the following diseases can be transmitted by a designated donor. So, select all that apply to, guys. Ang tinatanong is mga blood-borne diseases. So, yung hahanapin natin. Guys, Epstein-Barr virus, is this a blood-borne disease? The answer is yes. HIV, aba, yes, bloodborne yan. Cytomegalovirus, yes, precisely, that's also bloodborne. Guys, hepatitis A, that's your orophycal. Orophycal yan, contact. Malaria naman, that's your vector-borne, okay? Vector-borne naman to. Kasi that one is from the Anopheles mosquito, correct? Yes, that's why the best answer is Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Claro? Yes. Next, number 10. Which of the following lab values should the nurse report to the healthcare provider when Hutao has anemia? A. Is it the Schilling test result being elevated, or the intrinsic factor being absent, or the sedimentation rate being 16 mm per hour, or is it the red blood cells within normal range? Guys, alin dito ang pinaka nakakabahala na may anemia si Hutao? O di ba? Walang iba kundi the absence of intrinsic factor, correct? Yes. Guys, pag absent ang intrinsic factor, edi you have your what? Pernicious anemia, di ba? Pernicious anemia. That's the anemia you get when you do not have intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor, that's the one produced by your parietal cells. And kailangan si intrinsic factor kasi nagbabind yan sa vitamin B12 na kinakain mo sa diet. That's the ticket of the vitamin B12 so that they get absorbed in the ileum of the small intestine, the third last segment of the small intestine. So, precisely, ma'am, pag wala akong intrinsic factor, walang vitamin B12 absorption, yes, you're correct. So, intrinsic factor being absent, you get an anemia. That's your pernicious anemia. Klaro ba? Yes. Next, 11. It's been 3 years since Al-Haytham underwent a resection of the terminal ileum. Okay. He now reports weakness, shortness of breath, and a sore tongue, which statement indicates a need for intervention and client teaching. So guys, pag sinabing a need for intervention, so we're looking for the wrong answer. Guys, I've been drinking plenty of fluids, or bravo, I have been gargling with warm salt water for my sore tongue. Or letter C, I have 3 to 4 loose stools per day. Or letter D, I take a vitamin B12 tablet every day. What's the best answer? Guys, alam mo na to, kaka-explain lang natin kanina. No other than delta, correct? Yes, so drawing ko ulit, intrinsic factor. Yan, kumakabit kanino? Vitamin B12 na kinain mo from the diet, especially from meats and poultry. Lahat ng mga meats, they are rich in vitamin B12. And then, si intrinsic factor, ang ticket ng vitamin B12 from the diet para sila ma-absorb sa ileum. So, ma'am, pag wala akong IF, I have pernicious anemia. Correct. Pag wala akong ileum, magkakaroon din ba ako ng malabsorption of the vitamin B12 in the gastrointestinal tract? Precisely. Okay? Ganun yun. Guys, ganito yan. Pag na-absorb si vitamin B12 sa ileum mo, pag na-absorb siya, si ileum, ibibigay niya yan sa blood vessels mo, si vitamin B12. Ngayon, magagamit ng mga nerves mo si vitamin B12. Di ba? Basta B-complex vitamin, they are for the nerve functions, correct? Yes. So guys, in the GI tract, pag hindi siya na-absorb sa ileum, hindi siya mapupunta sa blood vessel, correct? Yes. So ikaw, kung nag-vitamin B12 tablets ka, orally mo tinitake, wala ka na ngang ileum. Klaro? Yes. So wala na yung way, yung passage, or yung absorption area ng B12 na iniinom mo. Useless lang. Will you just poop that out? Yes, itatain mo lang yan. So that's the one that's a false statement here, a wrong statement. Kailangan, pag wala ka ng ileum, ang vitamin B12 mo through what? Injections. IM ka na. IM injections. Kasi pag ginawa mo nga yan injection, guys, diretso yan sa blood vessel. Hindi na kailangan dumaan sa stomach metabolism or sa GI metabolism mo, like your ileum. Okay, yun ang technique. So guys, IM injections, hindi tabletas ang kailangan niya. Kailangan niya ba mag-drink ng plenty fluids? Pwede. Kailangan niya ba mag-gargle with salt water para sa sore tongue? Pwede, okay, to prevent any infections on the tongue. Pag sore ang tongue, maraming micro na sugat, mga maliliit na sugat, that's the one that can cause an infection. Salt water gargles, that's the one that can prevent mouth infections. 4 loose stools per day, aba, di ba natanggal nga, ni-resect na ang terminal ileum mo. So, kung binawasan mo ang GI tract niya, guys, malamang mas mabilis talaga ngayon ang transit time ng food, mas mabilis ka tumae. Kaya yan, meron kang 4 loose stools, 3 to 4 loose stools a day. Eventually, hindi naman yan permanent, di ba? Kind of like a dumping syndrome. Hindi yan permanent. It will eventually go back on its normal routine pag nasanay na yung stomach mo or yung entire GI mo sa shorter GI tract, okay? Sa removal ng ileum mo. Klaro? Yes. Next. Number 12. Mona follows a vegetarian diet. Wow. And was referred to a dietitian for nutritional counseling for anemia, which client outcome indicates she does not understand nutritional counseling. So we're looking for the wrong answer. Guys, A. Adds dried fruit to cereal and baked goods. Or B. Cooks tomato-based foods in iron pots. Iron pots, yan. I-move ko siya dito. Ayan. Or C, drinks coffee or tea with meals. Or Delta, adds vitamin C to all meals. Alin dyan, guys? Mali. Okay? Does not understand instruction. What's your answer? Dapat. The best answer for number 12 is no other than Charlie. You drink coffee or tea with meals. When you do that, guys, that's the one that will increase your GI motility. Now, the faster the GI motility is, the lesser the time for iron absorption. So, yan yung nagkakos further ng anemia niya. So, yan yung maling counseling or yan yung mali na sinabi dito ni Mona. Okay? Dapat mag-avoid mo na siya sa mga coffee, mga tea, mga caffeinated foods like chocolates, peppermint. Bawal mo na yun. Okay? Kasi it will increase what? Gastric motility, GI motility. So, pwede ba siyang mag-dried fruits to cereal and baked goods? Yes. Dried fruits, they are rich source of non-heme iron. Okay? And then, mga tomato-based foods, i-cook mo in iron pots precisely. Iron pots, they are specialized pots that can transfer iron to the food na niluluto mo doon sa iron pot. So, in turn, that can increase your iron stores, lalo na't vegetarian ka. Okay? And then, vitamin C, that's the one that will promote the absorption of iron. Correct? Yes. Sino yung nag-i-inhibit? Calcium. Bawal isabay sa calcium. Calcium will inhibit the absorption of iron. Klaro? Next, number 3. Xiao was admitted with iron deficiency anemia and blood-streaked MCs. Which question is most appropriate for the nurse to ask to determine the extent of activity intolerance? Guys, is it A, what daily activities were you able to do 6 months ago compared with the present? Or B, how long have you had this problem? Or C, have you been able to keep up with all your usual activities? Or D, are you more tired now than you used to be? Alin dyan ang mas objective, mas measurable, guys? Di walang iba kundi alpha. Kasi sa alpha, tingnan mo, anong daily activities ang kaya mong gawin the past 6 months compares sa ngayon. Okay? So, it's a comparative statement in much more measurable kasi you have time and then you have the activities that you can do at that specific time compared to now, di ba? How long have you had this problem, di ba? Masyadong vague, especially if you want to test for what? Your activity intolerance. That's not talking about the activity, that's talking about the length of the problem or the duration. Have you been able to keep up with all your usual activity is a yes or no question. It does not assess for your activity intolerance. And are you more tired now than you used to be? The same thing. It's a yes or no question. It will not assess the degree of your activity intolerance. Ayan. You're asking for the extent. So alpha is the best answer. Next, number 14. Signer returned from an overseas tour of duty feeling constantly tired. His temperature is 37.5 degrees Celsius. His skin is dark bronze and his urine is black. Hemoglobin is 9 grams per deciliter. Hematocrit is 49, sorry. RBC count is 2.75 million. What should the nurse do first? A. Will you initiate an intake and output record? Or B. Place the client on bed rest? Or C. Place the client on contact isolation? Or D. Keep the client out of sunlight? Anong best answer dito, guys? Oh, here, if you answered alpha, edi you are correct. That's the best answer. Guys, tingnan mo, si Sai, no, galing sa overseas, dark bronze ang skin, and then ang urine mo, dark, and then may hemoglobin ka na mababa. So what could have been causing the low hemoglobin and the changes in the urine and the skin of the patient, diba? Looks like the patient has problems when it comes to the fluid balance. Darker urine, mas concentrated ang urine, so ibig sabihin the kidneys are trying to reserve more water. That's why it's just excreting small amounts of urine. Thereby, you have darker urine, diba? Could also be a problem on may content ng blood na yung ihi, kaya dark ang color, di ba? Tea-colored, ibig sabihin may mga red blood cells na nakaka-escape. Nevertheless, the best thing to do is to initiate an intake and output record para malaman mo kung ano ba ang cause talaga ng kanyang mga changes in the physical appearance and even in the laboratories. So you have to make sure kung mas marami pa ang output ng pasyente compared sa input, then you report to the physician. At least now you have a metric. You have data, correct? Yes. Guys, placing the client on bed rest, yes, it's important, but that's not the first thing you do. The first thing you do is something that can help with the patient's fluid imbalance given the data na meron ka dito. On contact precaution or contact isolation for what exactly? This is not signs and symptoms of a contact disease or fecal oral disease, no? This is not a disease. This is an anemia kasi hima ba tong nirarasyon natin? Yes. Okay, on next. Keep the client out of sunlight. For what, guys? Ano nangyari sa kanya? Naging vampire na ba siya? O, mali yan. Okay? The only correct answer is alpha. Gets ba? Next, number 15. When a client such as Candice is receiving cephalosporin, the nurse must monitor for which of the following? A. Drug-induced hemolytic anemia, or B. Purpura, or C. Infectious emboli, or delta ecchymosis. Guys, anong best answer pag nagsecephalosferin ng pasyente mo? Walang iba kundi alpha. Drug-induced hemolytic anemia. That's what cephalosporins can do. Specific antibiotics like cephalosporins, they can induce what? Hemolytic anemia. Ayun no, drug-induced hemolytic anemia. This is not gonna cause a purpura ecchymosis. Purpura ecchymosis, these are problems in the platelets, okay? And cephalosporin will not inhibit any platelet actions. Guys, an infectious emboli is a clot made of bacteria. Okay? So, hindi naman to. Kasi ano yan? That's an antibiotic. E di, hindi yan magkukos ng infectious emboli. So, anong best answer? Drug-induced hemolytic anemia. And true enough, guys, yes. Cephalosporin, isa sa mga adverse effect niya is what? A hemolytic anemia induced by cephalosporin use. Okay? So, you have to check for the following. For example, anemia kung saan bumababa ang hemoglobin niya less than 14 mg per deciliter or kung ano man ang metric ng books ninyo. Okay, less than 12, less than 14 milligrams per deciliter. Ano pa? Guys, pag hemolytic anemia, guys, nahihemolize ang iyong mga red blood cells, na-dissolve sila, nagkakaroon ng problema with the red blood cells. So, pag na-dissolve ang red blood cells, remember, you get what? Jaundice, okay? Because breaking down red blood cells produces bilirubin, and the presence of bilirubin in the blood causes jaundice. Ayan. Okay, so guys, jaundice, ano pa? Dark urine or your tea-colored urine. Ayan. So still, these are what? Signs of a hemolytic anemia. Klaro ba? Yes, so that's your alpha. Next, number 16. The nurse is preparing for a Schilling's test for Fischl. The nurse should A. Administer methylcellulose, or B. Start a 24 to 48-hour urine specimen collection, or C. Maintain nothing by mouth NPO status, or Delta. Start a 72 hours to specimen collection. Guys, pag Schilling's test, anong ginagawa mo? Anong kino-collect mo for 24 to 48 hours? Guys, that's your urine specimen. Okay? Yes. So when you check the urine of the patient in the Schilling's test and the urine is positive of the vitamin B12 na mga radioisotopes mo, guys. B12 radioisotopes, radioactive vitamin B12. Ibig sabihin, there's good absorption of your vitamin B12 in the gut. Okay, klaro ba? Yes, alright. So, wala siyang problem. Wala siyang pernicious anemia. Ayun. So, you don't need to maintain the patient NPO, or you don't need to collect the stool because the specimen here is what? Urine and not stool. Klaro? Methyl cellulose, no need. No need to give the patient your stool softener. Ang kailangan niya is urine collection pag mag-Schilling's test ka. Okay? But guys, remember, no? Schilling's test is already obsolete. You don't do that in practice anymore. And books no longer recommend them kasi hindi siya ganun ka-reliable. Klaro ba? Yes. Next, number 17. Tignari from a Mediterranean country is admitted with thalassemia, jaundice, splenomegaly, and hepatomegaly, which should be the primary focus of nursing care. A. Providing activities of daily living on the time schedule of the patient's homeland. Or B. Offering foods the client enjoys to increase calorie intake. Or C. Decreasing cardiac demands by promoting rest. Or Delta, listening to concerns about hospitalization. Guys, alin dyan, guys? Ay, di ba guys, the best answer is no other than Charlie. Decreasing cardiac demands by promoting rest. Thalassemia, that's also a form of what? Anemia, okay? Where your RBCs are immature. And when they are immature, an immature red blood cell cannot do its function. An immature red blood cell, they easily die and rupture. They just die, okay? So when they die, nangyayari, when a red blood cell dies, they release bilirubin. Kaya nagiging jaundice ang mga tao na may red blood cell na mabilis mamatay, mabilis apoptosis. Okay? They release bilirubin. Kaya siya may jaundice. Okay? That's a classic sign of your thalassemia because of immature red blood cells that easily dies, releasing bilirubin in the blood, causing your jaundice. Splenomegaly, because all of these red blood cells na immature, sino nagko-collect? Yung scavenger na nagkukuha ng mga blood cells mo na napatay na, napangit na hindi na usable. Si spleen, okay? Kaya ka may splenomegaly plus hepatomegaly dyan. And then, which should be the primary focus of nursing care? E di ang gagawin mo, kung wala ka na masyadong RBC, guys, you know that the function of RBC is to carry oxygen to the tissues. Ibig sabihin, wala ka na din maayos na oxygenation. Correct? So, the best answer that addresses the oxygenation of the tissues is what? Charlie, decreasing cardiac demands by promoting rest. When you promote rest, you will decrease the demands for oxygenation. Correct? And it must decrease ngayon ang weight on your immature red blood cells on your sakit na beta thalassemia, or in this case, thalassemia. Klara ba? Yes, that's why the best answer is Charlie. The rest are not priorities or the primary focus of your nursing care kasi they don't respond to A, B, C situation, unlike Charlie. Correct? Yes, responds to circulation of the tissues. Next, number 18. Lisa, who has pernicious anemia, asks why she must take vitamin B12 injections for the rest of her life. Which is the nurse's best response? Guys, is it A, the reason for your vitamin deficiency is in inability to absorb the vitamin because the stomach is not producing sufficient acid? Or the reason for your vitamin deficiency is an inability to absorb the vitamin because the stomach is not, producing sufficient intrinsic factor? Or C, the reason for your vitamin deficiency is an excessive secretion of vitamin because of kidney dysfunction? Or lastly, the reason for your vitamin deficiency is an increased requirement for the vitamin because of rapid red blood cell production? Guys, the only correct answer is what? Kapag yan pernicious anemia, the problem is where? In the intrinsic factor. So, bravo is the only correct answer. Oh, The reason for your vitamin deficiency is the inability to absorb the vitamin kasi wala kang ticket. You do not have sufficient intrinsic factor produced by what cells? Parietal cells found in the stomach. Klaro ba? Yes, that's the one that can cause your pernicious anemia, the loss of the parietal cells. And ang pinaka-cause ng loss ng parietal cells, guys, is ano? Gastric surgeries. Gastric surgeries, guys, like your Billroth 1 and your Billroth 2. Ayan. Billroth 1 and 2. That's the one that causes your what? Oh, your pernicious anemia. Klaro ba? Yes. Next, number 19, comparing hematocrit levels of GANU, a post-operative client, the nurse notes a decrease from 36% to 34% on the third day, even though RBC count and hemoglobin count remain stable. The nurse should next, guys, A, check the dressing and drains for frank bleeding, or B, call the physician, or C, continue to monitor the vital signs, or D, start oxygen at 2 liters per minute per nasal cannula. Ano yan, ang gagawin mo, kapag ang hemoglobin niya is normal and RBC count normal, while the hematocrit level decreased by 2%, third day post-op, guys. Ano yan? Guys, that's just a normal physiological response. The correct answer is Charlie. You continue to monitor the vital signs. If may vital signs alteration, that's the time you try and check the dressing and drains for frank breathing. Pero guys, no, post-op naman siya. How many days? Third day post-op naman. It's unlikely na may bleeding tayo na nangyayari, but it's not impossible. Pwedeng mangyari pa rin, okay? Pero guys, dito, imagine, a hematocrit level that's high, ibig sabihin, sobrang daming red blood cells, could be the reason why na baka nagbi-bleeding ka or baka may dehydration. Kaya, yung amount ng percent ng red blood cell in one area is greater. Hence, greater percent of hematocrit. Klaro ba? Yes, more viscous blood. Pero in this case, guys, nagbaba siya ng 2%. Pero normal na naman ang RBC mo tsaka ang iyong hemoglobin. There's nothing to worry. Correct? There's nothing to worry. Especially pag normal naman ang red blood cells and ang iyong hemoglobin count. Okay? Baka ngayon, in a specific area, lesser ang concentration ng RBCs mo because you are more hydrated. Okay? Baka mas hydrated ka ngayon, in a better status ka, kaya konti lang yung percent. Diba? The higher the hematocrit of the patient, the more viscous the blood is, the more dehydrated you are. Diba? Yun. So dito, nag-less ng konti, ibig sabihin, baka mas hydrated ka na. Klaro ba? Yes. So next. Number 20, the nurse is administering packed red blood cells to Shinkyu. The nurse should first, A, discontinue the IV catheter if a blood transfusion reaction occurs, or B, administer the packed RBCs through a percutaneously inserted central catheter line with a 20 gauge needle, or Charlie, flush the PRBCs with 5% dextrose and 0.45% normal saline solution. Or stay with the client during the first 15 minutes of infusion. Guys, alin lang dyan ang tama. Walang iba kundi ano, Delta is the only correct option here. You stay for the first 15 minutes because that's the most likely time a transfusion reaction could happen. Transfusion reaction, di ba? Because you're giving foreign object to the body of the patient. You're inserting another blood product, okay, that may be foreign to the patient. So on the first 15 minutes, you have to observe the patient. And look at the other choices. Alpha, do you really need to discontinue the IV catheter? No, you just have to discontinue the blood transfusion if in case magkaroon ng transfusion reaction. You stop the blood. You don't stop the IV insertion, okay? Or you administer the PRBC through a percutaneously inserted central catheter line. No, okay? In a 20 gauge needle. No, the best gauge is what? Your 18 gauge needle. Ayan. The smallest you can use is what? 20. Pwede na. Okay? You flush with 5% dextrose? No, because dextrose, that's the one that can contain sugar and calcium. So, bawal yan ibigay sa pasyente. It can cause the clotting of the blood, correct? Dapat saan lang? Ano lang yung vehicle niya, guys? 0.9% plain normal saline solution. Yan lang ang applicable. So, bawal din ang hypotonic na 0.45%. Bawal din yan. Okay, hypotonic yan. Next, number 21. The nurse should instruct Shangling, a young adult with sickle cell anemia, to do which of the following? Select all that apply. A. Drink plenty of fluids when outside in hot weather. Is that correct or no? Yes, because an ICs plus dehydration in sickle cell can bring a crisis. That's dehydration. H to guys, ha? H. Dehydration. Avoid travel to cities where oxygen level is lower. That's correct. Kasi lahat ng mga ICs mo guys, that's the one that will cause an increase in the demand of oxygenation of the body. O, kung may lower oxygen level, that's the one that will trigger your sickling crisis. So, correct yan. Be aware that since she is homozygous of HBS or the hemoglobin S of the sickle cell anemia, she carries the sickle cell trait. No, eh di meron kang sickle cell anemia, di ba? Kung meron kang HBS na gene, okay? Kaya nga sabi dito, a young adult with sickle cell anemia, not a sickle cell trait. Pag trait, guys, carrier ka lang, okay? Carrier ka lang. You don't necessarily manifest the disease, but rather you are carrier. Pwede mo siyang mapasa sa offspring niya, tapos pag ikaw nagpangasawa ka din ng tao na may sickle cell trait, pwede niyong mapasa sa anak niyo. Siya yung magkakaroon ng sickle cell anemia. Okay, klaro ba? Yes, so mali ang Charlie. Know that pregnancy with sickle cell disease increases the risk of a crisis. Guys, pregnancy, is that physically stressful? Yes, part of our ICs. Yes, kaya an ICs can bring a crisis including pregnancy. Kasama yan. O, echo, avoid flying on commercial airlines. Bawal ba? Guys, okay lang. Kasi itong mga commercial airlines natin, no, they have oxygen inside. Hindi naman nawawalang oxygen sa loob ng airplane. So you can safely fly. So that one is not an important instruction. So the only correct answers are Alpha, Bravo, and Delta. Klaro? Alpha, Bravo, and Delta ka lang sa number 21. Next, number 22. Yanfei received 25 ml of packed RBCs and develops low back pain and pruritus after stopping the infusion. What should the nurse do next? Guys, after stopping the infusion, A. Administer prescribed antihistamine and aspirin. Or B. Collect blood and urine samples and send to the lab. Or C. Administer prescribed diuretics. Or D. Administer prescribed vasopressors. Anong best answer? Oh, guys, pag nagkaroon ng low back pain and pruritus, nagkaroon siya ng transfusion reaction. Pag low back pain, ibig sabihin affected ang kidneys. Klaro ba? Ang kidneys mo, low back pain. Kasi sa low back mo, that's the location of your kidney, retroperitoneal. So, you stop the infusion, ano daw ang gagawin mo next? The only correct answer is what? Bravo. You collect the blood, kasi sa blood na kinolek mo sa tao, doon mo malalaman kung anong meron sa blood transfusion na binigay mo that has caused the reaction, as well as the urine samples because this is a low back pain with the involvement of the kidneys. So, might as well check the kidneys then, what the urine of the kidney is producing. Okay? To know what have caused the transfusion reaction. Klaro ba? Yes, ayan. Oh, pruritus because the earliest sign of an allergic reaction is rashes. Okay, that's the earliest sign. Oh, administer the prescribed antihistamine later after you have sent this to the lab. Can you administer diuretics? Yes, as ordered. Kung meron, and vasopressors as ordered. But the first thing you do is to collect the urine and the blood samples to find out what's the reason why there's a transfusion reaction. Klaro ba? Yes. Oh, next. Number 23. Rosario is afraid of receiving vitamin B12 injections due to possible toxic reactions. Which is the nurse best response? Guys, ano sasabihin mo sa pasyente mo? A. Vitamin B12 will cause ringing in the ears before a toxic level is reached. Or vitamin B12 may cause a very mild rash initially. Or vitamin B12 cause mild nausea but nothing toxic. Or Delta, vitamin B12 is generally free of toxicity because it is water soluble. What's the best answer? Oh, guys, in here, the best answer kapag ikaw may vitamin B12 injections, guys, there's nothing to worry because B12 or your B complexes vitamins, they are all what? Water soluble. And when a product is water soluble, they can easily be removed by the body. Okay? Kasi water soluble sila. They get soluble. Soluble? They get dissolved in the presence of water, and you are basically all water content, guys. Tao ka, tubig ka, okay? Water is life. Ayan. So, the entirety of your being is 80% water. So, a water-soluble vitamin is generally free of what? Toxicity. Klaro ba? Yes, the best answer is Delta. Next, number 24. Shanha with macrocytic anemia has a burn on her foot and says she was watching television while lying on a heating pad. Which action should the nurse first response? Anong gagawin mo una? A. Assess for potential abuse. Or check for diminished sensations. Or C. Document the findings. Or Delta. Clean and dress the area. What's the first thing you do, guys? Kapag meron kang burn sa foot ng pasyente mong macrocytic anemia. Anong sagot? Oh, guys, the only correct answer is what? You're bravo. Check for diminished sensations. Kasi sabi, nag-burn ang foot niya, pero nilagay niya o naglalay siya on the heating pad. So, what could have caused the burn? Eh, di the heating pad. Eh, bakit hindi niya na-feel na napapasok na pala siya kung may heating pad doon? Baka there is what? Diminished sensations. And true enough, guys, macrocytic anemia. Lagay mo dito macrocytic. So from the word itself, macro, big, cytic cell, big cell anemia. Ano yung big cell anemia mo, guys? Mga megaloblastic anemia. Kaya nga megalo, di ba? Big, megaloblastic anemia. Tapos ano pa, pag nakita mo yung word na yan, guys, blastic. The nomenclature blastic, ibig sabihin immature. So they are big, immature anemia. Big immature RBC causing your what? Anemia. And what kind of anemia is that? Megaloblastic anemia. That's your macrocytic anemia. And what's the cause of megaloblastic anemia, guys? Is it the deficiency on your vitamin B12? Yes. Okay, pwedeng pernicious anemia kapag wala kang intrinsic factor, correct? Yes. So guys, again, B complexes, B12, B9, B1, they are all good for the nerves. So pag wala kang maayos na B12, may macrocytic anemia ka, di ba? Kasi wala kang maayos na B12, edi wala kang maayos na nerve function. Kaya ba si Shanha, hindi niya na-feel yung heating pad, nag-cause na ng burn? Yes, precisely. That's why the best answer is to check for diminished sensations. Where? On the periphery. On the periphery. Like the foot, like the fingers, like the toes. Claro? Yes. Oh, not potential abuse. Kasi may cause ba? May direct cause ba tayo? Yes, the macrocytic anemia, the megaloblastic anemia. The one that impairs the vitamin B12 essential for nerve function. Okay? So, Bravo is the best answer. You don't document the findings as the first response. The first response should be centered to the patient. Okay, so bravo. And you don't clean and dress the area as the first. The first thing you do is no other than your add pie, correct? Add pie. So assessment would come first. That's checking. Cleaning and dress the area, that's your intervention. So intervention will come after assessment, diagnosis, planning, intervention, and evaluation, correct? Anong pang intervention mo, di ba? Second to the last pa siya. Assessment comes first. Bravo. When sucrose is diagnosed with aplastic anemia, the nurse should assess for changes in the physical function, A, bleeding tendency, or B, intake and output, or C, peripheral sensation, or D, bowel function. O guys, no other than your what? Bleeding tendencies. Kasi ano yan? Aplastic anemia. Pag sinabi mong aplastic anemia, guys, absent. Means absent cells, okay, causing your anemia. So, bleeding tendencies kasi bababa ang white blood cell, red blood cell, including your platelet. That's the one that will increase your bleeding risk as well, correct? Intake and output is not important. Peripheral sensation, you check that when you're talking about vitamin B12 or vitamin B9 problems, no, the one that causes your megaloblastic anemia and folate deficiency. O kasi they are one responsible for your nerve functions, correct? Yes, and bowel function, not so much. Okay, wala naman kilalawanin dito. Next, number 27. Thoma, who has thrombocytopenia, reports a severe headache. The nurse interprets this as possibly indicating what? Guys, ano yan? Bakit may severe headache sa thrombocytopenia? Thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia. Sabi natin, thrombo, that's your platelet. Cell is cyto. Platelet cell, pinya, bumaba. Ang meaning ng pinya, kumonte. Okay? So guys, kumonte ang platelet cell mo. So that means you are at high risk for what? bleeding. Tama? Yes. Bakit nagkakaroon ng severe headache? Is that a bleed in the brain? Precisely. That's why the best answer is what? Bravo, cerebral bleeding. If you are at risk for bleeding, where's the sign? In the brain. So that's a brain bleed, cerebral bleeding. Correct ba? Yes. Oh, kung stress from the disease, you will not experience severe headache. Lalo na kapag may cause ka dyan o mababa ang iyong platelet cell. Migraine headache, it's much more than just a severe headache, diba? Kasi pag severe headache na yan, guys, the worst headache of your life, thunderclap headache, and then may cause ka pa talaga na thrombocytopenia, edi that's a brain bleed, di ba? Cerebral bleeding yan, okay? Parang hemorrhagic stroke, correct? Yes. Oh, sinus congestion, definitely not. Next, number 28. The nurse should assess Dory, who has thrombocytopenia and hemorrhage, for which of the following? A. Tachycardia. B. Bradycardia. C. Decreased partial pressure of carbon dioxide. Or delta, narrowed pulse pressure. What's the best answer? Guys, kung may thrombocytopenia ka at saka nagdudugo ka na kasi mababa ang platelet mo, platelets, low platelets, platelets yan dapat, PLT. Pag mababa ang platelets mo, kaya ka nag-hemorrhage, anong hahanapin mo? The compensatory mechanism of the body. That's your what? Tachycardia, okay? Yes, it's not bradycardia. It's totally the opposite. Your body will try and compensate from the bleed. It will try and pump more blood, okay? To compensate for the blood loss. Oh, definitely not your decrease in partial pressure of carbon dioxide because this is not about ABGs. Tama? Yes. And then narrowed pulse pressure is definitely not the problem as well, okay? Because here, you're first looking at the compensatory mechanism of the body. And sino yun? SNS, diba? And your heart will beat faster. Alpha is the best answer. Claro? Next, number 29. Faruzan with idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura asked why she must take steroids. Which is the nurse's best response? A. Steroids destroy the antibodies and prolonging the life of platelets. Or B. Steroids neutralize the antigen and prolong the life of platelets. Or C. Steroids increase phagocytosis and increase the life of the platelets. Or D. Steroids alter the spleen's recognition of platelets and increase the life of the platelets. So what's the best answer, guys? Number 29. Why is the patient taking steroids? For what? Idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura, ITP. Oh guys, the only answer is what? Delta. Ayan ang best answer. Kasi ang steroids mo, that's the one that will decrease your what? Immunity to what? Decrease inflammation. Kaya nga, ang pinaka-potent na drug to decrease whatever kind of inflammation is in the body is what? Your steroids. Diba? Si steroids talaga ang drug of choice for any inflammatory problems in MS, in med-surg. Guys, kasi precisely how the steroids do that, it will decrease the immunity, the one that causes your inflammation. So, dito, anong ginagawa ni steroids para sa ITP mo? Guys, si spleen, siya yung scavenger dyan, siya yung scavenger organ ng, ng blood cells mo. Kung may pangit na blood cells, may patay na blood cells, may matandang blood cells, may blood cells na UP na hemolytic anemia or whatever, okay? Kinukuha niya yon, tinatanggal niya sa blood cells. Ngayon, ang nangyari dito sa idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura is yung spleen mo nagkaroon ng autoimmune disease, okay? So, it's your spleen that targets your platelets. Your spleen thinks your platelets are all foreign. Kaya kinukuha niya at pinapatay niya lahat ng platelets mo. Kaya nagkukos ng thrombocytopenia, the decrease in the platelet count, and then causing your purpura or the bleeding through the skin, correct? Yes, kasi wala ka ng platelets. So, steroids, they will alter the recognition of the spleen para hindi ma-recognize ng spleen mo, hindi magampanan ni spleen mo ang immunity function niya to target the platelets. Kaya nagkakos ng decrease ng platelets mo. So, when you inhibit the spleen's ability to do that, edi you reduce the symptoms of your ITP. You reduce the killing of your platelets. Correct ba? By your spleen. Okay? So, yun yung ginagawa ng steroids mo dito. Delta is the best answer. Klaro ba? Yes. Last item. 30. The nurse is discharging Klee on prednisone. which statement indicates she understands important concepts about her medication. A. I need to take the medicine in divided doses at morning and bedtime. Or B. I am to take 40 milligrams of prednisone for 2 months and then stop. Or C. I need to wear or carry identification that I am taking prednisone. Or D. Prednisone will give me extra protection from colds and flu. Guys, anong correct answer dito? Oh, guys, no other than Charlie. That's the one that is safest for your patient. Prednisone is that your steroids. Yes, guys, pag steroids yan, you cannot just stop abruptly, correct? Yes, that one will cause a crisis and that's your what? Addisonian crisis. Pwede kang mag-Addisonian crisis pag ni-stop mo yan kasi bigla mong bigla mong tinanggalan ng supply ng cortisol ang katawan mo. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Important for what? Compensation for whatever kind of stressful situation you have inside your body and outside your environment. Correct? Yes. So when you're taking 40 milligrams of prednisone for 2 months, you cannot just stop. What do? You taper if you want to stop. You reduce the dose every single week until such time you are no longer taking the medication. Guys, you don't divide the dose in the morning and at bedtime. You give greater dose in the morning to mimic the natural rise of cortisol and then you give lesser dose at night para lesser na lang din ng cortisol na katawan sa gabi para ma-avoid ang mga sleep disturbances para ikaw makatulog. Klaro ba? Yes. And then, ayun, prednisone will give me extra protection from colds and flu. Wrong, because prednisone is a steroid. Will it decrease your immunity? Yes, because decreasing your immunity, does that mean I will be able to decrease the inflammation of your body? Yes, okay. So it's decreasing immunity to decrease inflammation. It will not protect you from colds or flu. In fact, it's the opposite. It's the one that can give you higher risk for what? Infection. Dahil dyan, binaba niyang immune system mo. Correct ba? Yes. So the best answer is what? You need to wear or carry an identification bracelet. Okay? Bracelet or ID, identification card, that will tell the people around you in case ikaw may nangyaring masama sa'yo, no, hospitalized, nagkaroon ng emergency, that they know you are taking what? Prednisone. Kasi magiging kasama yan sa drugs na ibibigay sa'yo during emergency situation. Kasi again, prednisone, that's predominantly a what? Cortisol replacement. And cortisol is what? A stress hormone. Important for what? For you to compensate from the stress. Okay? Klaro ba? Yes, that's why the best answer is C. That's the safest for your patient. Gets ba? Yes, ayun. So guys, I hope you learned. Bye!